Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be walking you through this fall makeup look that I have on right here. Fall is honestly one of my favorite times of year. I just love everything about it. I love the pumpkin spice lattes that Starbucks has. I mean, hello. It's also my birthday month in fall. My birthday is November 3rd, so it's always a special time of year. And of course, I love fall fashion, sweater weather, just all of it. So let's get right into this look. I'm obsessed with this lip balm by Aquaphor. This one is for very dry chapped lips and it has worked really well for me and in my kit as well. Just gonna start off by basing my eyes with this Smashbox Halo All-in-One Healthy Glow foundation. I'm gonna use this on my face as well. I'm also gonna set this area of my eye with a little bit of translucent powder. This is the shade Pound Cake by Huda Beauty. So weird that I like the way this smells. It smells so good. So on my eyelid, I'm gonna be using a lot of different warm tones, but I wanted to start off with this really nice caramel shade. This is actually a new eyeshadow that I haven't used before. It's by Glossier. It's the shade Palm, and it is from the Skywash collection. So these are more of a liquid eyeshadow, but it does dry down to more of a matte-like texture. So let's see how these perform. I'm also gonna go in with this product that I have here from Becca. It is their Light Gleam Primer and Topper. I'm actually gonna use the primer shade as an eyeshadow. I'm just applying this product in the outer corner of my eye, and I'm slowly bringing this up to the crease, but I'm being really mindful of my placement. Best thing about using liquid or cream eyeshadows is that there will be no fallout. I'm also being really mindful of my touch. I want to be careful with how much pressure that I put on my brush. Using the same eyeshadow that I used on my eye right here, I'm just taking it and bringing it right underneath the lash line because I feel like this will create a nice smoky shadow that just kind of wraps around the eyes just to make everything cohesive. I want to warm up my eyes even more, so I'm going to take the shade Empower by Cosette. And I'm just applying this with another blending brush by MAC. This is another 217. And I'm just going to bring this into the inner corner here to start contouring. They're so rich and pigmented, they never disappoint. So now I'm just taking a Q-tip and I'm just kind of cleaning up these edges here. This actually has no makeup remover on it. I'm just kind of using whatever moisturizer is on my skin to etch around this shape. So I'm just gonna wet my brush with a bit of Fix Plus because I'm going to apply this Power Chrome eyeshadow in the shade Stricken by NARS. And I'm just gonna place this right on the inner corner of my eyelid. You can definitely apply this eyeshadow wet or dry. It just depends on the look that you want. I wanted it a little more intense, so I decided to wet it, but using your own body warmth and using your finger works just as fine. Using a dark brown liner by Fenty, I'm just gonna smoke out my lower lash line and upper lash line with this exact same shade. This look definitely needs a wing liner. We've already taken it this far, so we might as well just go for it. So starting with the outer corner of my eye, I'm just going to create an eyeliner flick in an upward direction. And I'm gonna try to keep this as close to my lash line as possible, keeping it from thick to thin and gradually building this liner up. For mascara, I'm using the Big Clean Mascara by Kosas. This is one of my current favorites at the moment because it gives you really nice, bold, voluminous looking lashes. Just starting from the base of my lashes and just lifting in an upward direction. I also like to go in and kind of coat the top and bottom like this just to make the ends even thicker. So crazy how long this mascara makes my bottom lashes look. So before I go in with foundation, I'm going to lightly hydrate my skin with the Soft Focus Setting Spray by Hourglass. Loving this one because it just leaves the skin so hydrated and dewy, and it's also amazing to use after your makeup. For my skin, I want to keep it really light and glowy, so I'm going to be using a new tinted moisturizer by Smashbox. This is the Halo tinted moisturizer, and it's supposed to give you a really beautiful glow. I'm also using a brush from Smashbox. This is the angled powder brush. Sometimes I like to use this one for foundation. For concealer, I'm going in with the shade Honey by NARS. This is the Radiant Creamy Concealer. Also brought my concealer around the sides of the nose, right above the lip and on my chin. For contour, I'm using my Shade and Illuminate palette in the shade Intensity 1. This is a very lightweight and soft product that you can use to contour. I feel like it shades the skin more than it contours, which I love about that because it just goes on so smooth and light. The brush that I'm using is by Morphe. It is the G40 brush. I love this brush for contouring. I'm not sure if Morphe still makes it, but I really hope they do because it's such a good brush. Just gonna kind of smile a little bit to make my cheekbones slightly pop out. And I'm just gonna bring this right on top of my cheekbones. You can either push this into the skin by stippling or sweeping back and forth. I'll probably just do a combination of both techniques just to make sure that it's nice and smooth. So I'm just gonna softly shade the sides of my nose. Just bring this into my brow hair just to make sure that everything blends. Bringing your contour into the brow hair also helps to soften up the brows as well. Just using a lighter shade in the tinted moisturizer, and I just brought that right underneath my contour and blended it out with the beauty blender just to kind of make that contour pop a little bit more. Going in with the same concealer that I used down the bridge of my nose. This is the shade Honey, NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I have so many of these concealers in my kit. These are definitely a go-to. I'm also using the Conceal Brush by Marc Jacob. You want to make sure that you're using a brush that is very soft because the eye area can be pretty delicate. You can also take your beauty blender and lightly press around the eyeshadow just to make the eyeshadow kind of blend into the skin. I feel like the makeup that I do a lot of the times is very soft, natural, but snatched at the same time. So then you have soft, you have natural, and then you have snatchral. I'm gonna go ahead and set this side of my face with the Huda Beauty setting powder. This is in the shade Pound Cake. I'm using a brush by Cosette to kind of lightly press this in underneath the eye area. This is the S140 brush. So I need to start training my brows to stay in an upward direction. So I like to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. And I'm gonna let it dry and I'm gonna go back to brows. My skin does look pretty warm, but I do wanna warm it up a little bit more. So I'm gonna be using Rooftop Tan by Buxom. This is the Staycation Vibes Primer Infused Bronzer. Great because it lasts all day. This bronzer literally does not move, and it does feel very lightweight on the skin, even though it has a primer built into it. I'm gonna go right on top of this contour right here, just to kind of deepen this up a little bit. The brush that I'm using is by Sephora. This is number 93. I'm gonna highlight the bridge of my nose with this Smashbox Halo Glow highlighter in Golden Bronze. Just gonna apply with my pinky and bring this down the bridge of my nose. It's okay if you put a generous amount because you could just go back in with another finger and blend it out. So I went ahead and filled in my brows off camera. I just used the Kelly Baker Brow Pencil in dark brown. If you guys want a more detailed, in-depth eyebrow tutorial, please let me know in the comments below. I really like the way my makeup looks, but I kind of want just a little more oomph on the lashes. I don't know, there's just something missing. So I'm gonna go in with some individual lashes. These are by Danessa Myricks in number 7. So they're more of a spiky individual lash, is what they look like. You have to be so careful when pulling out the individuals because you don't want to mess up the lash. So you have to use a very good pair of tweezers, and Tweezer Man never fails me. So for lips, I'm gonna go in with my KKW Nude 1.5 lip liner. I definitely want a little bit of a darker lip line, so I'm gonna start off by following the natural shape of my lip line, but then I am going to overdraw right in the center. I'm gonna roll my top lip down just so I can make a really smooth lip line right at the Cupid's bow. For lipstick, I'm using one of the Buxom lipsticks. This is their Full Force Plumping Lipstick in the shade Supermodel. I also had the opportunity to help Buxom Cosmetics in creating their new nude Full Force Plumping Lipstick line. So make sure to check it out because it is pretty good, and there is definitely a nude lipstick for all skin tones. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of gloss in the center of the lips. The shade that I'm using is called Spiked Apple Cider by Buxom Cosmetics. This is one of their newer limited edition shades. And I gotta tell you guys, it smells just like spiked apple cider. It's so crazy. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for watching this fall makeup tutorial. If you would wear this look, please let me know in the comments below. And if you do, I would love to see it. So please tag me on Instagram so I can repost your work. I'll see you guys on the next one. When some things go wrong, take a moment to be thankful for the many things that are going right.